Oh, oh, check it out. Shoot 'em off.
I like that.
Y'all like the new intro? I know y'all like the new intro. But hey y'all, welcome back. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Welcome to my channel. But if you're not, welcome back. Today, we're about to do a good old story time. So this one is about the time that I had my prom date basically ditched me, canceled on me, whatever you want to call it. So let's start from the beginning. Like, there's a backstory and then there's like the aftermath. Basically, we're gonna call this person we're gonna call this person JJ. We're just gonna call him JJ. So maybe last summer, definitely last summer, I had a bunch of people that I knew and we became really close. Like, we made this group chat. You know, if you know, like, group chats are literally the best. Like, when you're in there with the right people, like, y'all text nonstop in there. It's like, it's never a dull moment and it's never nothing to talk about. This is when I had officially been introduced to JJ. So me and JJ, like, we were talking to everybody, was talking in the group chat. Like, not everybody knew everybody in the group chat, so it was like different. Like, you meeting new people, but you don't really know, you only know their face and, like, ooh, I just bit my tongue. You only know their face and, like, their name, but you don't know them, because y'all are just texting, mind you. Okay, so this is just the thing, like, we never, like, talked or, like, messed with each other or dated. That's what people fail to realize. Like, you would think that we did because of how close we got, but we never, like, It was my choice to not do that because, like, some stuff. But, one day, we were in the group chat. We were just, like, talking as friends, you know, all of us for a while. And then, like, one day, I'm in the car, and he texts me. He's like, oh, you know, I can't remember word for word, but I'm gonna just say, like, what I do remember. He's like, oh, hey, you know, I had a question. I'm like, what's up? And he's like, oh, you know, I just think you're a really cool person. I think you're really pretty. And I want to know if you would like to talk, like, mess with each other. I didn't know what to say because, I don't know. I was just like, I basically said no. Because I just really was just, I don't know. Like, number one, I don't really know you like that. But from the stuff that I have learned, like the way he puts himself out there and portrays himself in the group chat, I was just like, I don't know. You just really not my cup of tea. After that, he was just like, okay, that's fine. I totally understand. Literally the same day, he in the group chat talking about, oh yeah, you know, I talked to this boy. Cause I mean, he's like, he's bisexual, so don't be alarmed, guys. But he was like, oh yeah, you know, I talked to this boy, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, okay, well, this is why I said no, because you just seem like you really out there. Like, if one person don't work, you boop, you over there like, oh, you look good. That person don't work, oh, you look good. That person don't work, oh, you look good. So yeah. So, you know, we was all, after that, it was no weird, awkward, nothing. Like, we were just all really, really good friends. And then school came back in. That's when me and JJ officially, like, saw each other in the flesh. Like, at first when we saw each other, I don't think we was automatically like, hey. I think we was like, hey. And then, you know, we started, like, seeing each other every day. And we was like, okay, you cool. We were just basically feeling each other out and, like, talking. Oh my God, this group chat, like, we ended up being real cool. He was like a really, really cool person until I found out, like, who he really was. You never really know a person like you think you know a person. Fast forward to February, because, okay, so before, JJ told me that he asked this girl to prom. We're gonna call her Lisa. So he's telling us in the group chat, you know, I asked Lisa to prom, you know, we're gonna wear this color and da da da. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I think this was January when he was telling us about this. But then next month it was like Valentine's Day, so JJ's I about to say his name, but JJ was all dressed up. I'm not thinking of it because it's Valentine's Day, so I'm like, well, you know, I mean, I dressed up like a little bit, I guess. I don't know what I was dressed like. I think I'll insert a picture somewhere right here, but girl, that was not Valentine's. He got this poster and he flipped it over. I'm like, why can't I see? He like, cause you can't see. I'm like, okay, whatever. So then everybody started acting weird, and like, I'm like, okay, people that are my friends now, I'm gonna just say their names. They didn't do nothing to me. So Joseph, this is his real name, Joseph. He told me to come outside with him, and I'm like, it's cold. Like, he's like, I'll give you my jacket, and I have his jacket. He's recording me, and he's like, oh, you know, how do you feel? Like, what, are you okay? Like, are you having a good Valentine's Day? Like, asking me questions like I'm on a interview. He's like, oh, okay, well, they say you come in now. I'm like, I'm scared, Joseph. I don't know what y'all are doing, but I don't like it. And I go in there, and it's like, people were giving me notes to read that JJ wrote. And first, like, on the way back to where I was, like, to the table, like, this is the door. And then I walk in, and the table is, like, that way. So, first person give me a note, and I'm reading it. And it's like, oh, you're such a good friend. Like, talking about how I'm, like, a good friend and all that. Like, really cute, sweet stuff. You know, I'm a big crybaby. So, I was really emotional when I started reading these notes. Because I'm like, oh, my God, I don't know what he's about to do. But I just know I'm going to cry when I get around that corner. I'm very emotional. Like, I can't, his stuff be so sweet and nice. Like, I just can't handle it. Like, I be so emotional. I'm such a crybaby, y'all. And then it was like 2 more notes after that. And then once I got around to the thing, no, my friend Carlia, I'm sorry, this had me dead. But she had the sign and she was standing on the chair and everybody was looking. It was so weird. That's why I was like, oh my God, I hate being put on the spot. They gonna see me cry. So they was like waving the sign. I forgot what it said, but it said, I read it and I saw prom and I was just like, I was crying, and he had like a rose or whatever. I was crying, I just cried, and I gave him a hug, and then everybody, I was like, yeah, and everybody was like, oh, like, what, we're going to prom, we're not getting married? Hold on, let me get a sip of my drink, if I can get it open. But it was a promposal. It was so sweet, y'all. It was really sweet. Like, it was really nice. The way he did it, I'm not gonna lie. The way you did it, you know, kudos to you. That was cute or whatever. But you was fake. And it was on Valentine's Day, so that's what it made it extra, extra crazy. So I got in the car, and I'm like, Mom, I got a promposal. She was like, really? From who? And I'm like, JJ. And she's like, oh, that is so cute. Fast forward to next month. It was like a week before prom. It was a week before prom. And I was at work. I was actually at work. And I get a text. And it's like, at first it's from my cousin, Aaron. He's just like, oh, so did JJ tell you? Ooh, that was disgusting. I would never rap again ever in my life, y'all. I'm sorry. He was like, did JJ tell you? And I'm like, tell me what? And he's like, oh, he said he can't go to prom because he got cheerleading tryouts. What? I literally stopped everything that I was doing to look at this text and figure out what he's talking about. I'm like, Aaron, what are you talking about? So boom. Literally right after I texted him and said, what you mean? I get a text, ding, from JJ. And I'm like, and he's like, hey Gabby, I have bad news. And I'm like, Aaron already told me. And he's like, why would he do that? I was trying to tell you myself. I was like, I mean, clearly, JJ, you weren't trying hard enough, because you should have been texting me. Like, you basically, like, well, how did Aaron know before the person that you're actually going to prom with know? I was really upset. Cause at that time, like, stuff was really hitting me like crazy. School was hitting me crazy. So I was just like, when he told me that, my mom picked me up from work. I told her before I got off what happened, and I told her that I'm so pissed, like, I'm so upset, because why would you, like, you literally did promposal, like, all that. You did that for nothing. Now what am I supposed to do? Because at the time I already bought my dress, I already bought my shoes, I already bought my ticket. So what are you talking about? Out of all this money that I put into it, that my family put into this stuff, and you sit up here and say you can't go to prom. Like, that's why I was so pissed. I'm so happy I stopped talking to him. I'ma look, this is the moment that y'all been waiting for. So I'm texting on the way home, texting him. I'm like, look, I don't think we should be talking no more. Like, I'm really upset. Like, I don't think you understand. And so after that, he's like, I mean, I completely understand that you're upset. You know, you already bought all this stuff, and like, I just completely understand. Because he was graduated early, so he was going to college, and he wanted to do cheer all of a sudden. I mean, no shade, but shade. Like, I'm just saying. But anyway, I feel like stuff like this, you would know months before it even happened. People all of a sudden, they have things that they want to do all of a sudden. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to knock nobody for whatever. Following your dream. Follow your dream, yeah, sis. Next day, he throwing shade on Snapchat. I didn't even provoke him on Snapchat. All I said was, I'm just, I was really sad. You could tell that I was really upset. We used to come to school like hella early, like every day, pretty much. So I walk in there, he got his little laptop, he's sulking, he sad, sitting at the other table, away from me. So he got another friend that he basically ditched this girl when we became friends, and I don't think that's right, but we're gonna call her, we're gonna call her Tasha. So Tasha, he posts a snap like with Tasha talking about something. This the only person I need, for real. And I'm like, I guess I was just at a loss for words, because their friendship was really toxic. I will say that. JJ and what I call her, Tasha, their friendship was really toxic, because all he did was bash her, and then the next moment they're friends. He was just throwing shade on Snapchat all day. And the one thing I would say that I do regret this, because to this day, like, I'll just be like, bro, I should have handled this like a freaking boss. I really regret even responding back to him. So we was basically going back on social media, and people was just, I bet you they was eating it up, because people love that. I'm only wrong for responding. Everything else was not my fault. I shouldn't have responded back. At all. That was wrong and immature on my part, and I apologize to everybody. Honestly, I apologize to everybody on my Snapchat that even had to witness that. When I tell you, when I walked out of class, I made sure I was the first person to leave my class. So if I see him, I was going to say something to him. This man zoomed the other direction, like literally didn't even have time to catch up to him. You were scared. I mean, if you just so happen to see this, you were scared. Like, let's just be realistic, because you wouldn't have zoomed around that corner like you did that day. After that, we never talked again. You feel me? And after that, he made a little post on spam about me still, even after the situation. Like, I haven't talked to you. I blocked you on spam. So who are you talking to, sis? And you know what? The craziest part about the whole thing, and I laughed. One of the things I laughed about, he didn't even make the cheerleading team.
Sorry.
The other crazy part about it is he didn't even buy a ticket. You weren't going to prom anyway. Like, You knew you wasn't going to prom. That's why he didn't buy a ticket. So that's the craziest part about the whole thing. That's the end of my story time. Like, that's the end of my story time. Moral of the story is get to know people. Get to know people. Like all jokes aside, get to know people before you think y'all could just go off and just be good friends. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed my video, you know. Oh, and this llama is always in the back. Like, I swear this llama is always in the back. Like the butt. Hope y'all enjoyed my video, you know, like, comment, and subscribe. My phone finna die, so I gotta make this snappy. Hit that outro.
Bustin' out the bando, a nigga jury real metal like a candle. I went from rad to riches to a feature with tip. I went from smart car to a bitch with some smart lips. And that if it need make my hip limp.